David Hayes, we're coming to the culmination of, the DBS Manulife Million Challenge at Happy Valley, something that you've had your eye on for a little while, and the horse in question, Soleil Fighter, he's going back to the well again after a good run last week. How is he?
He's really good. Things didn't quite go right. He missed the start, ended up the widest on the turn with the big weight, 135. He loomed up, put his run up, and just the horses that came through on the inside just had a little bit better kick at the finish. From the gate, I think he'll be able to get back into winning form.
And obviously, granted that he is running on Wednesday night, obviously he's pulled up well, he's et up well, and everything seems to be good with him.
He hasn't run a bad race all season, so I don't expect him to run another one. But having said that, he's had a busy time because of this challenge. He'll probably have a bit of a break after this.
He's got a buffer of 8 points. I Can, Eternal Fortune, Aurora Lady, sort of all snapping at his hooves, if you will. So a lot will depend on result, but you're in pole position, as it were.
Yeah. Like a second would go pretty close to clinching it, and of course a win would confirm. So let's hope he gets the win.
Indeed. And you're leaving no stone unturned. Ryan Moore's in Hong Kong. You've got him on board.
Yes, it's great to have the world-class rider on, and it's good to have Ryan in town, isn't it?
It certainly is indeed. It's also very good to have your horse here, and he was so good on the weekend. How is he, Kaiying Rising?
Yeah, he's pulled up well. He's eaten all his feed, and he's heading to Chung Fa tomorrow.
Excellent stuff. He likes it up there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's routine 10 times in a row. In between runs, he's spent it there, so he'll do it again.
Harry, we've got some good racing coming up Wednesday night, and race 5, you're riding Helene Feeling, of course, a horse you know well, won the January Cup for you. Backed it up with a good run last time as well.
Yeah, it was a good run. I came out of that very happy with this performance, and obviously giving away a good bit of weight to the eventual winner.
He's got a good record this course and distance of 16.50. That and 18 seems to come alike to him, doesn't it?
Yeah, he suits the place really well. He's a very well-balanced horse, and he goes around the valley with ease.
He's running against obviously very similar horses. The nature of this race is his first go in Class 1. Mr. Ascendancy takes you on a game. Would you be keen enough to take him on and try and turn that form around? I guess you're well enough placed, aren't you?
Yeah, happy to take him on. I mean, last time I think we had 11 pounds difference in the weights, whereas this time we're down to 5. So I'm happy to take the horse on. Obviously, Mr. Ascendancy's in a rich vein of form, but my horse is doing nothing wrong. So going into the race, feeling very happy.
What about Gate 8? I mean, I know it's not a huge field. Happy with where he's drawn?
Look, I think ideally I'd have been drawn a little closer to the rail, but he's quite a versatile horse. Hopefully the pace is generous enough, which will help him. But we've got options with him.
Jamie Richards, Gallant Valour, has been a really good money spinner for you and his connections. Got the win again last time over Eason, and did it quite nicely at the line.
Yeah, it was the race where there was a bit of a sort of a change up there before the corner, and it was all going lovely and smooth for the first half of the race, and then it got a bit pear-shaped. But he was able to overcome a bit of trouble, which I think is a good sign in a horse. And when he needed to pull out a bit extra, there was a bit extra there. And I thought, although he only won narrowly, he still won well, and maybe like a horse that's still got a bit more to come. So if that's the case, then hopefully that stands him in good stead for Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, it all rings true. I mean, he's got plenty of track craft, hasn't he? 12 goes course and distance, 4 wins. He's got a healthy record here.
Yeah, he's really enjoyed Happy Valley, and I think that's because possibly there is a little bit more cushion in the track than there is at Charlton. And maybe the pace of the races is helping him as well, because they go along with a good genuine tempo, and he's been able to relax well and attack the line strongly. So he is getting up in the rating points, of course, but I'm hopeful and quietly confident that he can still acquit himself well in Class 3.
Yeah, I mean, given that it is an extended rating band up to 85, he only actually carries the extra £3 than what he carried last time. It saves a little bit for himself, this horse, doesn't he? I'd look, his biggest winning margin is only a half a length. Usually it goes right down to the wire, so he sort of doesn't overexert himself, but always does enough, doesn't he?
Yeah, always a little bit of a heart fib, but then he sort of gets himself out of trouble or finds enough to get his nose in front. And because he's only been winning by small margins, he probably stayed out of the handicapper's binoculars a little bit, so that's always a positive. But yeah, he's going well. He's owned by a great bunch of people, and we've been enjoying the ride with him.
Douglas Whyte, it is the culmination of the DBS and Manulife Million Challenge come Wednesday night, but race 9 is one I'd like to focus on with you. Red Elegance, who has been an absolute revelation since you put those blinkers on.
Yes, he has. He's I think the 1,000 metres and the valley certainly suits him. He's a lot more focused with them on, and the pace of the race and his turn of foot, he's kind of tailor-made for the valley.
You say that, of course, and obviously the horse that went forward last time, Youthful Spirits, in the race again. So I guess you'd be hoping for a bit of the same, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think for him anyway, the faster the pace, the better it is for him. He loves to chase, so that'll be good if they go.
He's got a nice gate in 4. Probably makes Huey's job that bit easier.
It does. He's got one of the best on, so that offsets a lot of negativities, but the 4 is certainly going to help Huey.
The way he's going, he's up £7, he's up to 81. Obviously, we know it gets tougher. This is an extended rating band, so it sort of gives you a bit of a chance, doesn't it, again, in this grade?
Well, this race was tailor-made for him, and yeah, look, if he would have been in no man's land had this race not been available. He's going to have to do it the tough way from here on in. The ratings don't lie, and he's got to improve. But look, let's get over this race first, and it's just fortunate enough that there was this kind of race on the program.